Senator Menendez announces he's probably not guilty. I'm innocent. The Republicans. Here he is.
Good morning. Thank you to all of you who are here today, especially the New Jerseyans who have joined me as I address the events of the last few days. On Friday, the Southern District of New York brought charges against me. I understand how deeply concerning this can be.
Yeah, your gold bars.
However, the allegations leveled against me are just that, allegations.
Yeah.
For anyone who has known me throughout my 50 years of public service, they know I have always fought for what is right.
And you've been indicted before,
My advocacy has always been grounded in what I learned from growing up as a son of Cuban refugees, especially my mom, my hero, Evangelina Menendez. Everything I've accomplished, I've worked for, despite the naysayers and everyone who has underestimated me. I recognize this will be the biggest fight yet, but as I have stated throughout this whole process, I firmly believe that when all the facts are presented, not only will I be exonerated, but I still will be the New Jersey's senior senator.
Woo.
For now, I want to address four things. First, a cornerstone of the foundation of American democracy and our justice system is the principle that all people are presumed innocent until proven guilty.
Which I believe that.
All people.
Yeah, but it's convenient they pull that out.
I ask for nothing more and deserve nothing less.
Yeah, Trump doesn't get that,
The court of public opinion is no substitute for our revered justice system. We cannot set aside the presumption of innocence for political expediency when the harm is irrevocable. To those who have rushed to judgment, you have done so based on a limited set of facts framed by the prosecution to be as salacious as possible.
Well, there were gold bars in your house.
Prosecutors get it wrong sometimes.
Yeah, they do.
Sadly, I know that.
He's right. The FBI
Instead
and the
of waiting
DOJ
for
are
all the facts to be presented, others have rushed to judgment because they see a political opportunity for themselves
I agree with that.
or those around them.
Yeah, they're probably trying to take him out.
All I humbly ask for in this moment, in my colleagues in Congress, the elected leaders and the advocates of New Jersey that I have worked with for years, as well as each person who calls New Jersey home, is to pause and allow for all the facts to be presented. Second, my long record on Egypt. One fact is indisputable. Throughout my time in Congress, I have remained steadfast on the side of civil society and human rights defenders in Egypt and everywhere else in the world.
Including people charged with crimes from Egypt. If you look at my
actions related to Egypt during the period described in this indictment and throughout my whole career, my record is clear and consistent in holding Egypt accountable for its unjust detention of American citizens and others, its human rights abuses, its deepening relationship with Russia, and efforts that have eroded the independence of the nation's judiciary, among a myriad of concerns.
All nice cover for getting
In
paid
2017,
millions.
I led a bipartisan letter to then-President Trump expressing grave concern with the worsening situation for human rights and civil society in Egypt. That same year, I sent a letter to the Senate Appropriations Subcommittee supporting U.S. assistance to Egypt as long as Egypt adhered to the Camp David Accords and urged the Appropriations Committee to include the requirements for assistance reform strategies outlined in the Egypt Assistance Reform Act of 2013.
Okay, so that was a bunch of word salad nonsense, and that's done intentionally. So the same thing that Biden is doing by saying that his decision to fire Viktor Shokin, the Ukrainian prosecutor who was investigating Burisma, where Hunter was on the board getting paid $83,000 a month, that whole thing, Biden is saying, yes, but it was legitimate. Like, yes, maybe that looks really bad, but it was actually legitimate because this, that, and the other thing. Now we're having to undo that argument, right? His defense is, I was perfectly justified in doing all of the things that I did, okay? Biden should have fired Viktor Shokin because he was corrupt. Never mind the fact that different State Department emails and other documents that we reviewed here have confirmed for us that they didn't find problems with Viktor Shokin. They actually said that he should get the money again until Joe Biden withheld it, as we suspect, because Hunter put pressure on him to do that because he was getting paid off to do it. So same strategy here. You've got Menendez saying, look, I might have gotten all of these things. These were probably just gifts. These were just minor exchanges, but these don't amount to bribery charges, okay? In other words, these are not criminal bribery charges. These are mislabeling of gifts. These are just oversight form, civil document things. Yeah, maybe I should be reprimanded in the Senate for not reporting a gold bar here and there, but it's not bribery, okay? I was perfectly legitimate when I was giving Egypt these different benefits. I've been fighting for this for years.
2018, I urged Secretary Tillerson to focus more on human rights issues in Egypt and raise concerns that the electoral environment ahead of Egypt's elections at the time was not free, fair, and credible. In 2019, I met with President El-Sisi at the Munich Security Conference and emphasized the level of repression inside of Egypt, risking eroding our security cooperation and raising concerns about Egypt's intent to purchase a Russian missile system. In 2020, I spoke on the Senate floor for International Women's Day and cited the cases of Marinor El-Masri, a human rights. I have placed holds on foreign military arbitrary detention to those countries, including Egypt, for human rights abuses, the repression of its citizenry, civil society.
He gave us all the bullet points. Got it.
Those who now are attempting to malign my actions as it relates to Egypt simply don't know the facts. Third, for 30 years, I have withdrawn thousands of dollars in cash from my personal savings account, which I have kept for emergencies and because of the history of my family facing confiscation in Cuba.
Oh.
Now, this may seem old-fashioned.
That's a great excuse. Yeah, I was worried that my money was going to be seized by the banks, which is why I took it out of the banks and shoved it in my jacket pockets of my Senate windbreakers.
But these were monies drawn from my personal savings account based on the income that I have lawfully derived over those 30 years.
Okay, we'll see. He's going to have what? A couple $100,000 of withdrawals from his savings accounts, right? And it's going to corroborate all of those dollars, which maybe he will. Maybe somebody did go withdraw a bunch of cash.
I look forward to addressing other issues at trial. 4, I want to speak directly to the people of New Jersey.
How about the gold bars, man?
As I started these remarks, you're the reason why I have dedicated the entirety of my adult life to improving the lives of hardworking New Jerseyans and all Americans. Some of the people calling for my resignation for political reasons say I have lost the trust of the people of New Jersey. That couldn't be more wrong. Today, I'm surrounded by everyday people and constituents who know me. They are here because I fought for important health care policies like the Affordable Care Act, access to reproductive health care, funding for community health centers, and lowering the cost of prescription drugs. They are here because I have fought for working people, those who work 5 to 9, to support those working from 9 to 5. I've always advocated for the right of workers to organize for better wages and working conditions, and have been a staunch supporter of delivering critical services like affordable child care to better support working families.
Great.
They are here because it was in the darkest days following
gold bars?
Sandy, I never relented in making sure that New Jerseyans were made whole and had the resources to rebuild stronger and more resilient than before. They are here because during the worst pandemic in a century, I went to bat for small business owners throughout the state to ensure they could keep their doors open and their employees on the payroll.
All right.
And last year, I delivered passing legislation signed into law by the president that will better protect judges and their families. And they are here because I never gave up on delivering justice for 9/11 families. And I'll return to Washington this week to do exactly that. Now, let me just say a few words in Spanish. Buenos días.
Okay, so he's going to say some Spanish words, and if you don't want to listen to that, you're probably racist. So let's see.
Para hacer exactamente eso. Thank you very much.
Nice job, Senator. Great job. Great job. Hey, is he walking? Does he feel a little heavy on there? Is he being pulled down to the right a little bit? I don't know if that's a shoulder blade or if that's a gold bar right there or a stack of cash. Does he have some cash layered in here? Is that just a little chunk or is that a gold bar right there? Probably a little chunk, but it could be a gold bar. We don't really know. All right, so they're all happy. This lady loves him. Hey, you love those gold bars. Rah, 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 rah. Look at those gold bars. Amazing. Yeah, go get it, Senator. Yeah. Definitely gonna, wait and see. He deserves the presumption of innocence like everybody else does, and we'll see if he's got a good excuse for the gold bars. But of course, they didn't mention the gold bars in his little press release there. He just kind of skipped over that. The cash was accounted for. He was able to withdraw that from his savings deposits, but not so much the gold bars. That's harder to explain. We'll see if he has an excuse for that one when it pops up.